Hi, my name's Chloe. I work for Hepatitis Victoria. I am a youth health educator, and my main concern about hepatitis C is that most people don't know about it, which means they don't know how to keep themselves safe. I think it's very important for young people to know the routes of transmission, especially surrounding hepatitis C, as a lot of young people don't realise when getting a simple tattoo or a piercing can be actually quite risky. Especially when talking about hepatitis C, as hepatitis C is passed by blood-to-blood contact. So I guess, getting an unsterile tattoo or piercing, you would be at risk of that. That's one of the main reasons why I'm a youth health educator, and I like to promote health education. If you know the routes of transmission to hepatitis C, you can keep yourself safe. But if you don't, then you can cause a lot of stigma and how can I say it? I call it nastiness. For people who have it and live with it every day, it's not something that, they want to share with everybody because people think that it's mainly just contracted by drug using, and it's not always contracted just by drug using. It's contracted in many other ways. It can be fist fighting. It could be, a dangerous, a unsafe tattoo like a backyard tattoo, or even an unsterile piercing. Maybe done by your sister or your brother. They're the kind of things that I think are important for people to know, that, it's not just IV users, there are other routes of transmission, and you can also be born with hepatitis C. Very rare, but it can happen. The main reason why I want to get this information out there is because stigma is a big thing. And for many people, like some of my family members, it's very difficult for them to be a working part of society when they feel that they're constantly being looked down upon because of a certain bloodborne virus that they may, have. I believe Hepatitis Victoria is a place that is very well known for its support for people who are living with hepatitis C or people who know people who have hepatitis C. It is also a great place to call up for information, especially if you don't know anything about hepatitis C or if you know a lot about hepatitis C and are asking more complicated questions. Because if we don't know the answer to your question, we will call you back with the answer once we've fully researched the answer. I guess the reason why I've stayed a volunteer at Hepatitis Victoria for more than 4 years now is because they've given me a lot in life. They've given me a stepping stone to future employment, and also given me the experience and the chance to teach other young people about hepatitis C and how to keep themselves safe. Well, I was doing a class with young people, a health education session around hepatitis C, and one person was late. And when they came through the door, they asked, "What are you teaching?" And I said, "I'm teaching the facts around hepatitis C." And she's like, "Oh, well, I know everything about that. You don't need to tell me nothing. I don't even need to be here then." And she went to walk out. And I said to her, "Maybe you think you might know everything." I said, "But I might be able to tell you one thing that you might not know, and that one thing could help you save somebody's life." And she goes, "Oh." And I go, "Will you stay, please? I'll give you some chocolates." And I thought, well, a bribe or anything, I'm willing to try anything at the moment to get her to stay. And it worked. The chocolate bribe worked, and she did stay. And after the class, she actually spoke to me afterwards, and she said, there are a few things I was actually quite confused about, especially around, saliva. She thought that you could catch hepatitis C through saliva, which you can't. It's blood-to-blood contact only.